Hey everyone, this is Fi. We're checking out Kittzzles. This is a game I've not played before. We're going to give it a playtest and see if we can give some useful feedback. I actually had to restart this video. Uh, I did start playing, but it was like 2 minutes in, so I didn't really see much of it so far, but I did have a couple of things that I noticed, which I'm going to mention real quick at the start here. But to begin with, we got the game page here. This is in the browser. Kittzzles is a casual puzzle game where the goal is to get all cats inside their comfy homes. Playable in browsers, should work okay on mobiles too. Also includes a level editor for creating your own puzzles. So first of all, there's some music here. I turned this down. Apparently it has this kind of cutesy music, which is fine. It's maybe a little on the loud side, but it's kind of on a short loop, it seems, and it just plays the same thing forever while you're playing, which is why I ended up turning that off, basically, because I didn't want to listen to that like one loop forever while I was playing. So I don't usually do that, but I did want to do that for this particular video. Apparently we have different settings for animation speed, which is interesting, but I'm just going to leave that on normal. Sound volume. So a couple things. I did notice that you can go into full screen mode, which kind of changes the screen shape here, but I think when you exit out again, it kind of messes the game up. So right now it doesn't look like it, but if I click on play, if I click on introduction, you can see it says like I completed the first level. So I'm in the game here, and then if I exit out, in this case it looks sort of okay, but I think once this gets bigger, like the amount of tiles and stuff, it seems to... Yeah, so if I go into the full screen and then out again, it kind of messes up like this. So I don't know, I don't know if that's something you can fix. I assume it is. I don't know how browser games work, but that was one thing I noticed. I'm just gonna go ahead and click on the reload for the page here. But apart from that, I think I'm gonna try and play this properly. I guess I'm gonna stick with the full screen because even if it's not formatted perfectly for this aspect ratio, it kind of looks better for the video. Looks like we do have a level editor, which I believe I noticed before you can kind of paste the code in here, so they have some kind of a code system with the level editor for sharing, which is really cool. But so I'm gonna kind of start over here again. So the first level here, let's just click on the light gray tile to place a house for the kitten. Dark tiles are blocked. So I mentioned this in my last attempt for the video here, but basically I noticed that there's no visual indication when you hover over something with the mouse in the middle here. I noticed like on the left here with this UI stuff, for instance, you can see how if there's something you can interact with, it kind of lights up when you mouse over it. It would be nice to have that in the play area here. And so you're not really given anything, any feedback that this stuff is interactable, and it definitely feels a lot nicer when you have that kind of feedback. But it looks like we just click here and then we win. And so here is where I noticed, I didn't play past this level by the way, but here's where I noticed that, like, okay, so it says they move to houses that are right next to them, so I'm like, okay, well this will probably work. Then I assume that if I put it over here, so it's like 2 spaces away from this cat, that it won't go in, which is true, and then like this one would go in. And then I noticed that you can't click any more houses. So I was like, okay, I guess you only get 3. And I did realize that all the way over here on the left in this little UI thing, it does say house X0, fish X0. So I assume that this tells you how many houses you have. Now again, this is kind of not the original format of the screen because it's in the full screen mode. But I think this UI over here is like really small. It would be nice if this stood out a lot more and made this really clear, like the number of houses you have. That seems very important. So that would be nice. It looks like I can't play too fast, which is a bit annoying. If I try and, like, if I know what the solution is and I just want to click it in, the game is kind of forcing me to wait, which is a bit annoying. I'd prefer to be able to do that a little quicker. But let's go ahead and click on next level. So I haven't seen this level before. Yellow cats can move up to 2 tiles. Okay, so we have 1 house, and I assume we can just click it here, but also we could do like so. Makes sense. This level would probably make, I mean, this is a really small detail, but this would probably do a better job teaching if, like, you couldn't put the house right in this tile. Like if this was grayed out, because obviously like here or here or here or here isn't valid. I guess you could do here too. I guess there's nothing you can do about that. Like someone could click this. But I guess if you're trying to teach the fact that you can move 2 tiles, I don't know. It's not a big deal, but only 1 cat can fit inside a house. Multiple cats trying to get inside will break the house. Oh. that's kind of funny. So this would probably be a good time to introduce the fact that you have a restart button on the left here. Oh, I have more houses. Oh, okay. So I guess the developer was expecting you to do that and then complete the level with the remaining houses, which is a little awkward. I didn't realize that. Again, like I don't really. It's hard to see this over here. I think that should be much more prominent. You could even do like a visual, like have like a big icon for a house, you know, and like put it down the side or something, like 1 icon for each house. Something like that would make it a lot more clear. In any case, I guess we just do this. Again, I have to kind of wait for the previous action to finish before I can click the next thing in. Next level. When kittens' moves don't work out, they move backwards. Use this to your advantage. Huh. What does that mean? When they don't work out, the moves don't work out. Okay, so I'm going to guess it has to do with if 2 try to get into 1, then they move backwards afterwards. I don't know how to use that to my advantage though. The only thing I can think of is like as they're doing the movement, if you like click something else. But previous experience has shown me that you can't actually do any other interaction while you're waiting for the previous action to finish, so I don't know what that means. What the heck? Okay, so apparently, yeah, this is pretty counterintuitive, but also like, unfortunately, I think the wording in this direction doesn't really do a very good job of communicating what's actually going on here. But apparently, I mean, I can kind of see what's happening visually. It's not that hard to understand. But yeah, some kind of a better description would help. Maybe even a little bit more guidance of like, in this case, it's kind of important that I click the thing in the right space. So I think just for the sake of learning, you could even just have like an icon say like click here. Just show that like the game wants me to click in this space and then I can see what happens. That might do a better job of just guiding players in a more controlled manner here, where this is only a tutorial. And in any case, apparently the yellow cats, even though they can move 2 spaces, they'll only move back 1. And then apparently once after they move back a space, then the game kind of rechecks to see if there's a valid house for the cat, and then the cat tries to go in again. Which is interesting, so I don't know. So I'll go. I don't know what the what is the. It's not obvious to me what the solution to this one is. It's just kind of funny because it's just a tutorial thing. So I think that this works, and then we have 3 more houses. Okay, I don't think this can be the solution because we have 3 cats and 3 houses, and only. Oh, wait, actually no, I can move these cats over here. Like this, and then I can have one for him. Okay. I don't know why that wasn't immediately obvious to me. I thought that was not gonna work at first. Let's continue on here. Cats who have multiple moves available will be paralyzed by choice. I see. It's kind of funny. Interesting set of rules. It's kind of... It seems like they're not entirely intuitive. But I imagine if you are familiar enough, you'll remember them. So we've got 3 yellow cats and 1 white cat. We've got 2 houses we can place. So if I click this one here, I assume that yellow cat will bounce back here, then it'll go in here, and then the white cat. Well, they'll destroy the house when they both try and get in, though. So, oh, right, but okay. So what I think is going to happen is I'm going to click here. These 2 are going to fight over the house, and then the yellow cat is going to go back to this space. I guess... okay, so maybe the 2 yellow cats are going to fight over this one next then, and then they'll destroy that, which is not good. No, they don't. Okay. So this is what I originally thought was going to happen. Then I was like, wait, no, the 2 yellow cats are going to fight over this one. So yeah, that seems very strange that it would work that way. It's not. It seems like it's not entirely consistent with the rules. Like I'm sure it's consistent internally in the code, but not in the sense of like the rules that have been expressed to me as the player. Like it's not clear that this cat would go back and then these 2 wouldn't simultaneously try and get in this one. Oh wait, no, I think it's because, okay. Yeah, okay. So this cat still has 2 options, so because of that he's still not going to make an action. That's the problem. I didn't put all that together. I don't know why that was like one too many steps for me to figure out here. It seems like inadvertently complicated or something. And this is still just a tutorial, but yeah, that's kind of confusing. But I guess that does make sense, and it's just my own error there. All right, makes sense. Next one, we gotta do this. And we can go next level. Oh my gosh, single move can result in a chain of moves. All right, but there's a lot of options here. So which move is supposed to be the one? You can click here, and then like all 3 of these are gonna fight over it. Yeah, this has got to be it. Alright, I didn't think too hard about that one, but makes sense. Oh, we got Lunar Cat. Moves 1 tile diagonally. Interesting. Oh, push tiles. Move cat standing on them. Houses can't be placed there. Okay. So I'm going to do this, I guess, and then it's going to... Alright, this is a bit slow to sit through, though. I'd prefer if, like... you have kind of this kind of interpolation on the movement here, where it kind of slows down at the end of the movement. Maybe specifically for the arrows or something, you could have it so that it moves more linearly or something, so that it can kind of just continue on instead of going like like that. It's just like it takes a long time, so maybe just make it kind of a continuous movement. That might be nice. While on push tiles, kittens are unable to move. Interesting. So that means that they're not able to move off the tile until they get onto one of these. Maybe not the best wording for that, but I can understand what it means, I do believe. I don't know. Let me just wait for you and then... Alright, yeah, again I have to like wait for this, all these kind of slow animations. It's been annoying. Cats normally avoid crowded tiles, but can still end up on top of each other. Only the topmost cat can move when stacked. Well, that sounds unfortunate. Like this? Oh gosh. That's strange. I wonder if that was at some point the developer just deemed it necessary that they'd have to be able to be stacked because it broke the game logic otherwise or something. It just seems kind of an unfortunate thing that you'd have to go with this. Usually it's kind of a rule in games like this where like two objects can't occupy the same space. So it's interesting. Cats normally avoid, only the topmost cat can move. So from here... Alright. Some levels allow you to place fish. Oh, do we have to click which one we want? Cats try to move to fishes just like houses. I see, and then they disappear, right? When both fishes and houses are available, select what to with the buttons at the top left. Alright. So again, this is like, I wish the UI was a bit bigger and all this. It might be a little nicer to interact with, and also just to see what's available over here, because I'm usually not actually looking at this. We got a house and a fish. Check the time real quick. I can't play this too much longer, unfortunately, even though I haven't gotten through the tutorial area yet, but house and fish. So we can place... Yeah, I guess we just do a house here and then a fish here. Warrior cats push other cats around, even onto tiles they normally wouldn't go. Interesting. Warrior cats. So I assume that they just move the one tile in the cardinal directions. Fish X2. I have no idea what to do here. Like I can bait the moon cat over here and then it'll go... Oh wait, no. The moon cat, I assume the moon cat only moves diagonally. It can't move in the cardinals. I'm actually not sure about that, so that would be nice to know, but yeah, I don't know what to do here. I don't actually know how the warrior cat works, how it would interact with this. Let's try this. I see. Okay, so the warrior cat just bullies whatever cat is around him, I guess. So I don't have to like push the cat into another cat or anything. I just have to put the warrior cat adjacent to that cat, and then he will bully cat. It's a very rude cat, but that seems to make sense. Again, the wording I think could be better in the tutorial text here. For cats, all actions are equal. Multiple available actions cause cats to be unable to choose. Ah, interesting. It seems like it's something hard to remember, though. Like, I'm getting the feeling it'd be really easy to get into these states where it's like why isn't thing happening? And then it's like, oh, there's some weird rule about, you know, I can't go in here because there's a cat it could bully and like all this other stuff. The rules feel a little bit unintuitive to me, but I suppose there's not much you can do about that. At least I'm assuming as much. It's a bit hard with this kind of puzzle game. You don't have a lot of leeway. There's only certain number of ways you can make all the rules work together. So, again, I'm sure like the more experience you have with the game, the easier it is to remember every little detail like that. But yeah, just like looking at this from my perspective as someone who's not super familiar with the game, it's hard to like to understand exactly what's happening, like the balance of all the different rule elements. But yes, we have he can bully. I guess this particular rule applies to this guy specifically, because these guys can do they get paralyzed with more than one option, but he's the one that has the ability to interact with the other cats. So I guess that this applies directly to him. And I don't think any of the other cats. So let's see. We can make you go down here and then go in here. Should then make you bully this cat into the house, I think. Indeed. And then all right, so it's interesting to note that the bully cat can push a cat into a house. All right, looks like we've got all of the. Wait, how do I go back? Oh, up here in this little button. Oh no, button's so small. All right, challenges. Looks like we got 7 of them. I wonder if I can get through them. I only got a few more minutes I can playtest here, unfortunately. Challenge levels don't have hints. Check out the introductory levels first. So we're starting right out with the fish, which is interesting. I thought you would start the first level with houses. And also with like the moon cat and the bully cats. Interesting. It seems like these are like the quote unquote more advanced elements that you'd introduce later. Even though this isn't the tutorial anymore, I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter because you do that in the tutorial levels. We got fish, we got the moon cat. Good number of tiles here. Just gonna try. Okay, those two actually fight over that. You can be. All right, you can only move diagonally. So I need to get this diagonally adjacent to one of these, which requires bully cat, but bully cat can only move 1 space, right? Oh, wait, bully cat can move 2 spaces. Okay, see that I never knew. That's news to me. I didn't know bully cat could move 2 spaces. I thought that was only the yellow cat or whatever it was. So that that would be good to know. Yeah, that was like I didn't expect that at all, but that. Oh, he's got 2 choices. Oh no. What did I do last time? Oh, it's got 2 choices again. Didn't I put them? I only have 3 fish. Huh. So I can. Okay, I think I'm. Oh shoot! We fight over that. Gosh darn it! There's so many bad answers. So I think I want to get one of these just into the house so that this guy won't be paralyzed. But Huh. What if I do this? Wait, no, that doesn't. Alright, he's paralyzed by the actions again here. Um, wow, this is harder than I expected. But there's only so many options though, right? So he needs to be. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I can get a cat into here before I can. I can do this. But I only have 2 fish left. And that's still there's 2 options here. There's so many bad options here. What the heck? I have no idea. I actually have no idea what the solution to this would be. I don't know. Oh, and he still can't. The fact that they can only do the fact that they can only do one of the 2 things. It's I'm having a hard time with that. Um, I think it's easier to remember the fact that they can only go into one if they have two options for a house. They won't go into one. But like with these bully cats, and then like that on top of the fact that they can't be adjacent to another cat because they'll try and bully that cat as well as try and go into the house. It's like 2 very disparate things that I'm supposed to be thinking of as part of this one rule. Um, it's a little hard to wrap my head around. So it's easy to like think that the cat moves, it's gonna like one thing is gonna happen, then it's like, oh no, there's like a house, another house adjacent, or there's another cat adjacent, and it's making it so nothing happens instead of what I thought was gonna happen. And I don't know what is this. What is the solution here? So the cat can bully this cat into the house. I didn't think about that, but I only have 3 fish. Um, yeah, so again, he's trying to. I want him to go in here, but he's trying to bully the cat and go in here at the same time. Uh, I don't know what to do. What to do. What to do. I don't know what to do. Well, I'm really short on time, so I'm gonna try going back. I think I can just select the next level here. At least try one more level here. Fish X4. Again, no houses in this level, which is interesting. So that was the first mechanic that was introduced, so it's kind of weird when you go into the quote unquote real levels and you're not even using the houses in the first couple levels here. So I think these are all the different cat types. Um, hmm. Well, presumably you want to use the bully cat for something. Oh my gosh, this is hard to wrap your head around. Okay, so does the bully cat actually push this onto? It does, so you can make stacks of cats with the bully cat, which is interesting. Um, I think I can just. Oh shoot! I forgot. Already. All right. Well, let me do this again. I don't think I would have. I don't know. I just did this because I was curious about what was going to happen, but I kind of feel like that might have been the right thing to do. Not sure if I would have thought to do that if I didn't actually. If it wasn't for this, for the fact that I didn't know that that was going to work that way, and I just wanted to experiment with it. But hopefully that was the right first move here. And then what? I keep forgetting this guy moves too. My gosh. So these both move too. I think I can just. Oh, he won't. Oh. Oh my. Okay. So this guy moves too, which means that he has two options between this one and this one. I thought he would just go into this one. So, oh my gosh, there's like so many ways that you can end up the cache just not doing anything because there's too many different things. Um, it's really hard to wrap your head around. Well, there are. So I'm noticing there are more spaces at the bottom here. So for instance, if I oh they're gonna fight over that. For goodness sake, I can't. I just wanted to move the yellow cat, you know. So if I move the yellow cat down here, he should go. Oh, there's already a cat in here, so he can't go in here now. Which I was thinking two steps ahead there, and then not taking into account the additional action I injected into there. But presumably, if I could get the yellow cat down here, if there wasn't like a million ways for everything to go wrong, he would actually go in here and not want to go in there because that was too far away. I believe. Nope, I couldn't do that either. I thought I would get away with that one. What the heck? So, I'm gonna try this again. Okay. All right, big brain, let's go. I'll try one more, and we're gonna wrap this up. All right, that was tricky. We've got 3 houses this time, and all right, there's a bunch in the playing area here already. We got a bunch of these moon kitties, bully kitty, yellow kitty. Only 3 houses. So these 2 are both paralyzed by choice. This one is just chilling. These 3 are just chilling. I can. Interesting. We have 3 houses, so we can burn a couple. How do I unparalyze these guys? I would have to get a cat into one of these. I could coax him over here. Oh wait, what am I thinking? This is not a fish. Gotta put my brain into house mode here. I was thinking sometimes you know, when they fight over the house, it kind of ends up working differently. If I don't know how to get one of the cats into one of these with the house. Bully cat can push them. The only way to move the cats around with the house without them actually going into the house is by you know, having to try and go into the same one, and then it'd have to be the ones that can move 2 spaces, and then they can move back 1 space. That's like a very particular case. So I don't know how to do this. Because I think as long as these 3 are open, then these moon kitties won't move unless I bully them with this guy. But I don't think I want to bully them because he can only bully them in the cardinal directions. Well, I guess maybe, I don't know. I don't even know if I can. This is too many steps ahead. I still don't know how to really manipulate these guys very well with the houses. The fishes seem to make things a lot easier, actually, now that I think about it. Given, at least with this kind of puzzle here, where I just want to kind of manipulate them into the houses rather than just place houses for them to find. Okay, that was interesting. How? I can get the yellow guy in here. Okay. Unfortunately, I mean, this is pretty accidental. I mean, I didn't expect to get this far, actually, but I only have 1 house left. I don't think this is possible. I can click and drag this. It's like an image in the webpage. So yeah, I don't know. What did I even do? It's like this, and then he bullied him onto here, and then managed to manipulate the yellow cat to get here. That doesn't do anything. What the heck else could I do? Yeah, this seems like something. Uh, yeah, I don't have any idea. I actually have no idea. He's just gonna go in the house if he can. Really, he's not gonna bully any of them because he has 2 options again. Interesting. I wonder if that's really necessary. I mean, obviously you'd have to, if you change any of the rules, you'd have to redo all of the levels, but you could have it so he just like bullies both of them or something. I mean, obviously I can't go into 2 different houses, but I don't see a reason why a guy couldn't bully 2 different cats, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know what to. This seems like the only way forward so far, but then literally I can't think of anything to do besides put this one here, which puts me back where I was before. I don't see any other option for anything. But there's only one house left. I don't know. I can't figure this one out. Oh. Okay. Right. Um, Interesting. All right, so I managed to complete it. That was not really a product of my enormous intellect, but I just messed around for a little while and eventually stumbled upon this rather tricky conclusion. That was a very hard level in my opinion. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Looks like we got past level 3. I don't think I even finished level 1 here, which is unfortunate. But yeah, these are pretty hard. So let's go ahead and wrap up the video. I think it's kind of the set of rules you have is pretty hard to wrap your head around, unfortunately. But you know, it seems to work anyways. It's a valid puzzle game here, so yeah. I wonder if nothing else. I mean, if you're not willing to go in and start changing the rules around, which is going to lead to a completely different game, which I could understand. If nothing else, you might benefit from a little bit more visual feedback here in terms of what exactly is happening with the cat's decision making at any point in time. So for instance, like here, where this guy is like, he's got 2 different options, he doesn't want to move. Maybe there's some way you can visually indicate that that's the case. And it could get a little busy in terms of like this the way you have this, it can be kind of a lot of things stacking up, sort of like maybe there's just multiple rules that are keeping a particular cat from doing something or whatever. I don't know. It might be hard to pull off, but I think it'd be nice if, like, for instance, you could see that this cat, he's got 2 options and he can't decide. Maybe there's some way you can visually indicate that. You might have to get creative to figure out how to actually communicate that to the player with visuals. Same with this guy, he can't decide. That sort of thing that could help the player along here. But apart from that, yeah, I mean, it's just quite difficult, I think. Pretty challenging to figure out. But hopefully you got some useful feedback out of the video here. It's definitely intriguing. I think it's sort of a good brain teaser, so I don't know if you could onboard players with the like slightly easier levels to start out with and that kind of thing, but yeah, pretty cool. Hopefully you found the video useful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.